What's up, everybody? I thought I'd do something a little bit different and show you guys the sundew collection that I have. They are, so funny story is I bought some seeds, and then I bought two sundew plants, and I started, and that's all. And so I kind of lost interest in them, to be honest with you, and had them off to the side, and didn't really give them any love, and they still produced what you see here. But I've recently started taking a more active interest in it, and so I'm using this other grow tent that I had with my nepenthes to try to get them to grow, and so I can share them as well. The majority that you've seen here are called Drosera capensis, and so they are, what's really cool about sundews is they're very, very easy growing, and they're very rewarding. And one of the things I want to do at the end of this video is show you what's in this box. It's really awesome, and just kind of just shows you how fun they are. I actually have not opened this since I put everything in there, so we'll see what it looks like in a minute. But essentially, these sundews, what they do is, it's hard to see right now, and they are very unhealthy, so they're not going to have the dewiness on their leaves. But those little leaves right there, the very ends, the little fuzzy things, it has a very, very sticky substance on it, and so a bug will land on it and they can't get off, and then slowly over a day or so, or a few hours, that leaf will actually curl around the bug, and then that's how the plant absorbs the animal, or the insect rather. So it's actually a super, super cool plant. Outside of Venus flytrap, it's one of the few that you'll see that actually will move. It doesn't move as fast as the Venus flytrap, so if you're like me and have a short attention span, it doesn't captivate you as much, but they still earn their right as just some really amazing evolution going on there. So there are a couple ways to propagate these. You can use cuttings. So if you literally just get a box just like this, you can propagate them in water, and you can also propagate them on soil. You literally just cut the stem, and if you cut it, you can do it 3-4 times, however many times you want to cut it. You put it down there, and little babies will grow from that. Now, you can do that with a lot of different types of Drosera. I've done that with spatulata. I've done that with admirabilis, several of them. They'll grow that way. It does take a little bit longer, but with capensis, there isn't really a need for that, because they produce a ton of these flower stalks. These flower stalks will have, just without exaggeration, thousands of seeds in them, and the strike rate is very high. So what I mean by that is most of them will propagate if you give them the right setting, and this collection could easily go insane if you want it to do so. It does look like a hot mess in here right now, because like I said, I just repotted this and decided to take an active interest in it, but all of this stuff was kind of hanging out to the side. But this is just a quick introductory video to these sundews. As they start to grow and develop, I'll show more about it. But anyways, I digress. So once these seeds turn brown, or once these flower pods turn brown, you literally just shake the seeds out, and the seeds look like little tiny black grains of sand, very, very small. And those seeds, like I said, by the thousand, have a very high propagation rate, or strike rate rather. They don't require a whole lot. You just need to have them in about maybe 1 inch to 2 inches of water. Essentially, you just want to keep the soil moist. They are very, very, very forgiving plants. If you overwater or underwater, they are very adapt to surviving times of drought and times of flood. So they're a great plant to have, for not only for beginners, but also for people who have been collecting for a while, just to have around. They also are extremely good at fungus gnats, so you'll see a lot of growers grow them in with their nepenthes, because they'll do a great job around the base of the plant of getting those fungus gnats, thrip, mites, stuff like that. So that is something that some people do. The issue, again, with especially the Cape sundew or the capensis, is that they will absolutely take over if they give the opportunity. And on that note, let me go ahead and open this box. This is the first time I've opened it. So what's in this box is I had several of these flower stalks that I shook out that, again, they were just kind of growing. I was like, let me just go ahead and do this. And so it's been about 2-3 weeks, and here's what you get. All those, that grass is just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Cape Sundews. This is from an older batch that I picked out of there because they were smaller and put it in there. But yeah, so just tons and tons and tons of sundews. I'm going to close it up because you don't want to, okay, maybe that won't close. So I don't want the moisture to escape from there. It's got its own little ecosystem in there. I only had to water it once, and just like the water table you learned about in science class, it'll evaporate, hit the top of the box, fall down again, and it will stay moist. They do like a lot of moisture at the beginning as they develop and germinate. Yeah, so quick introduction to Drosera. I'm going to be practicing more on these. I've got some adelays that I've got a Madagascariensis there. I've got some pygmy sundews. We'll talk more about those. They're a little bit different. I grew them all from seeds, and they just look horrible right now because yeah, they just were neglected. I've got some Utricularia longifolia in there that just needs some love, and some Venus flytraps that I bought from the store that I forgot about. We'll talk more about that. And you can actually propagate Venus flytraps using their own flowers, so I'll teach you how to do that as well. All right, folks, I hope you had hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you had a great day. I will talk to you soon. Good to catch up with everybody. See you later. Bye.